All right, what's up, guys? This is something a little bit different from what I normally do here on YouTube. But today I'm showing you guys the original Hero Decks Presents Country Music Legends playing cards. Now, I do collect like DVDs. If you guys want to see my DVD collection, I thought about doing that. Just leave a comment. But I got this deck of playing cards from Nashville, Tennessee. And I just want to show you. They are made in the USA. And they were put out this year, 2022. www.herodex.com. Alright, so let's get along with the video. So I'm pretty sure they made like general decks, president decks, sports decks. I've had a few of their decks in the past. Pretty cool. So this is the Country Music Legends deck. Then on the back, looks like you got Toby Keith, Dolly Parton, Hank Williams Sr. Looks like Waylon Jennings, maybe Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, Charlie Daniels, Reba, Kenny Rogers, Hank Williams Jr., Johnny Cash, Kenny Chesney. Looks like Charlie Pride. All right. So, I don't know what that card's supposed to be, but. So, first one, we got Elvis Presley. You know, he was the king of rock and roll, they say. But he also did country. He did country with Johnny Cash. Did old gospel songs and stuff. The king was central figure in rockabilly style, blending the feeling of blues with the rhythm of country music. Country, you know, is part of blues. So we got Elvis. We got Garth Brooks. I was never really much into Garth. And he was, I don't know when he exactly started, but I remember him in the 90s. You know, he's been relevant since. You know, he's pretty big. A lot of people like him. Country rocker is one of the best-selling artists of all time with 6 diamond-selling albums, named American Music Awards Artist of the 1990s. Now, one thing you guys will realize is I'm not big in the newer country stars, and I mean from the 80s below is the outlaw country, below is the ones I like the most. I also have a feeling there's going to be a lot of country stars that should be on this deck, where there's going to be country people that are on it that that's just my opinion. They probably go by sellings or something, you know, but we'll see. John Anderson, I've heard of him. His swinging single release in 1983 became the biggest selling record in history of Warner Brother Records. Alan Jackson is definitely one of the newer country stars that I do like. which he ain't that new. I mean, since I was a kid, he was, he did a lot of gospel albums too. Here recently, but Alan Jackson, I definitely like more. Multiple Grammy Award winner and Grand Ole Opry member. Blended honky-tonk and traditional country sounds to the tune of 35 number one country singles. LeAnn Rimes. Couldn't name one of her songs. I know she's big. A star at age 13, her debut album, Blue, went to number one on the top country album charts in 1996. Brad Paisley. He's definitely newer. Couldn't name one of his songs, but I know he's huge. 2010 CMA Entertainer of the Year. Has had a record 10 consecutive singles reach number one on the Billboard Hot Country charts. Faith Hill. Another new country star. I couldn't name one of her songs. I know she's huge. Named Billboard's number one contemporary artist of the 2000s with 8 chart-topping hits. Married to Tim McGraw. Now, whether you like these country stars on here, the one thing I will say, the comic portraits of them are good. So, no denying that. To Vince Gill, can't say I've ever heard of him. 2-time Country Music Association Entertainer of the Year, the former frontman for Pure Prairie League, has collected 20 Grammy Awards. Vince Gill. Taylor Swift. Now, I know when she was in country, she did have hits. But she left country. My eyes. They should have put somebody else on this card. My opinion. Just my opinion. Not hating on her. Just guarantee you're not going to see David Allan Coe here. And he had more hits than probably big hits. I mean, big hits than most of the people that you're going to see on these cards. But he was shunned because he had some dirty songs and stuff. But, guess you reap what you sow. Who can throw stones? Hugely successful Carrie Underwood here. Hugely successful American Idol winner, became the first female artist to win back-to-back Academy of Country Music Award for Entertainer of the Year 2009, 2010. I think we all remember her. Toby Keith, another big star of the 90s and 2000s. His debut single, Should Have Been a Cowboy, topped the charts and was the most played country song of the 1990s. You got Kenny Chesney. The Country Music Association Entertainer of the Year in 2004, 2006, 2007, 2008, has 22 chart-topping Billboard country hits. Shania Twain. Pretty sure she was in the Dixie Chicks. If I'm wrong, don't hate me. Like I said, I'm not really into country. Besides, I do like a couple songs here and there, but the 80s and below. So don't hate me too much for not getting some things right. Her 1997 album, Come On Over, is the best-selling studio album of all time, by female in any music genre. Tim McGraw. With over 40 million records sold and 3 Grammy Awards, he is the third best-selling country performer of all time, married to Faith Hill. Everybody knows who Tim McGraw is. All right, George Jones. Now, my dad listened to him when I was growing up, so I know who George Jones was. It's like he never got older in his music. He always wanted to be irrelevant. He's definitely a country legend. No one can deny that. Just like his video of him getting pulled over by the police, drinking and driving his tractor, Yeah, George Jones, definitely a legend of country. Revered as the greatest living country singer, the Possum has over 150 songs throughout his prolific and stormy career. Billy Anderson, I've always heard of him. I can't really say I know any of his songs. A great songwriter and singer, Whispering Bill, I guess that was his nickname, recorded 7 number 1 country songs and 29 more top 10 tunes. Charlie Rich. I've never seen this dude, but he definitely looks like a 80s, 70s country singer. Just by his hair and his outfit. His 1973 hit, The Most Beautiful Girl, topped both the country and pop charts that year. Charlie Rich. Charlie Pride. With 39 number 1 hits on the Billboard Hot Country charts, Pride is one of the most successful African Americans in the country music genre. No doubt about that. He had hit My Ring, Hurt Your Finger When You Go Out at Night, Burgers and Fries, Cherry Pie, bunch of others. He was also a baseball player. His brother was also a country artist. I can't remember what team he played for. I think it might have been, I could be wrong, Pittsburgh Pirates maybe. Dottie West. Now, I didn't see her or hear of her for the first time until I got these cards. The day I got the cards, when I went to Willie Nelson and Friends Museum, where I picked these up right before I went to the museum. Saw them on the counter, and I saw her back in there, like a display of some of her stuff. Dottie West, considered one of the most influential female country recording artists of all time. Miss Country Sunshine hit number 1 in 1980 with A Lesson in Leaving. Now, Merle Haggard. He is definitely a legend in country music. His music earned him a reputation as a champion of the working class. With his band, The Strangers, he helped create the distinctive Bakersfield sound. And here you got Kenny Rogers. He died recently, but it seemed like that man never got older when I was younger. Just me. But he was the Gambler. One of the most influential country music artists. The Gambler has received many awards, including one for Lifetime Achievements in 2003. Now, he actually did the song The Gambler. Everyone remembers that. You got to know when to hold them. My friend Matt Pless did a remake of that song. It was really good. But King Rogers, definitely a legend. He'll always be remembered. Randy Travis. I can't remember one of the songs he did, but I know he was a legend. I remember I liked his songs back in the 80s and 90s when I heard them. He's definitely gotten older. Everyone gets older, Father Time. Don't leave nobody behind. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to read these. No, I didn't. I read that one. Major force in the neo-traditional country music movement, Travis has recorded 16 number one Billboard Hot Country singles. All right. So Patty Loveless, never heard of her. Neo-traditional country vocalist with over 40 singles on the Billboard Hot Country charts. Sammy Kershaw. Never heard of him. Wonder if he's any relationship to Douglas Kershaw. I would definitely think he should be on this deck. I definitely think he should have a spot. He was from Louisiana. He was a fiddler. But Sammy Kershaw, I never heard of him. His honky tonk recordings have generated over 25 Billboard top 40 hot country songs, including his number one hit, She Don't Know She's Beautiful. All right, now we got Tanya Tucker. The best-known female outlaw singer had her first hit single in 1972 at age 13. Now, I wonder if she got the outlaw underlining from like Waylon Jennings' era. Was she like a shadow of Waylon as a girl? I don't know. If somebody knows that, leave a comment if they see this. All right, we got Brenda Lee, one of the most popular musical performers of the 1960s, best known for her 1960 hit, I'm Sorry. Never heard of her. I could definitely tell by the dress she's from that era, though. Larry Gatlin. Looks like he's from the 70s. With brothers Steve and Rudy, Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers were one of country's music's most successful acts of the 1970s and 80s. Never heard of the Gatlin brothers. It shows you how far uneducated that I am on the country. Crystal Gale had 20 number one country songs during the 70s and 80s, including her best-known hit, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue, known for her trademark floor-length hair. Never heard of her, but I guess she was known for her floor-length hair. Like I said, just go show how little I do know about country history and the people in it. Ronnie Millsap, that's definitely a name I've heard. Can't name none of his songs. Popular and influential performer from 1970s and 80s. Country's music first blind superstar, had 40 number one country singles and 6 Grammy Awards. I guess he was the Ray Charles of country. All right, so we got Barbara Mandrell, first female performer to win the Country Music Association Entertainer of the Year award. Twice she was country's when country wasn't cool. Never heard of her. All right, now this is it used to be Johnny Cash when I was younger. So my dad got me into Johnny when I was younger. The Man in Black, but Waylon Jennings is my all-time favorite country singer. The more I've heard his music, the more I like it. A leading figure in the 1970s outlaw movement, his 1976 album, Are You Ready for Country, spent 10 weeks at #1 and was named Album of the Year. He was also the roommate of Johnny Cash, I think in 67, 68. He was one of the four horsemen and the highwaymen. Him, Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, which I guarantee you won't see Chris Christopherson in here, but he wrote some of the, best country songs, great songwriter, also actor. But Waylon Jennings also the outlaw country. Definitely suggest listening to him if you never heard him. Definitely a goat. Greatest of all time. All right, Reba McEntire. I know people heard of Reba TV show or watched it. The Queen of Country ranks as 7th best-selling all genres female recording artist of all time. George Strait. He was definitely one of the newer guys. I think he was like the Randy Travis, Alan Jackson era. The King of Country was named Artist of the Decade for the 2000s by the Academy. Country music holds the world record for #1 hit singles with 59. And I can't name one of them. All right, here we got Hank Williams. Oh, man. Honky Tonk Blue, man. Hank Williams, his son was Hank Williams Jr., one of the greatest too. Hank III, his grandson, looks just like him, kind of sounds just like him. But he died at an early age. He also got banned from the Grand Ole Opry. Hank Williams, with 11 #1 hit songs from 48 to 53, Lovesick, and regarded as one of the most influential country music artists of all times. Definitely a goat. Little Jimmy Dickens. Never heard of him, but a member of the Grand Ole Opry for over 6 years, known for his novelty songs. Diminutive, 4'11" size. 4'11". So he had some big feet. But, 4'11" is short. No offense to anybody that's 4'11" or shorter. Porter Wagner, Mr. Grand Ole Opry, was known for his distinctive look. He recorded several top 10 songs, then teamed with Dolly Parton for several more hits. Marty Robbins, he kind of looks like Chuck Norris. Named Artist of the Decade 1960s by the Academy of Country Music, and his 1959 signature song El Paso won the Grammy Hall of Fame Award. Roy Clark, I know he was in Hee Haw. Influential entertainer and renowned guitarist, best known as his longtime host of Hee Haw. Hank Snow, my dad listened to him, so I know him a little bit. He was like, let's say like Hank Williams, senior era. Had over 70 singles on the country charts during the 50s, 60s, 70s. His iconic "I've Been Everywhere" is still popular today. I've been everywhere, man. Good song. All right, say Buck Owens. he was in Hee Haw too. Longtime Hee Haw host and creator of the Bakersfield Sound, and his band, the Buckaroos, recorded 21 number one country hits. They did gospel albums too. Hee Haw guys. The first female artist to record a number one country song, the Clock Stopper, received her Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 1991. Kitty Wells. Jimmy Rogers, one of the first country music superstars, the father of country music, had a distinctive yodeling sound. Him, I would say Hank Williams Sr., and there's a couple more guys I can't think of them, but definitely pioneers. Patsy Cline, she did a lot. One of the most influential female vocalists of the 20th century and the first female solo artist inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, died tragically at the age of 30 in a plane crash. Speaking of plane crashes, some people might not notice, but Waylon Jennings gave up his seat in a plane to, I think it was Buddy Holly, and him and who was it? Buddy Holly and the guy that did La Bamba, Ricky Valentine, I think his name was. But anyway, Waylon Jennings would have died in his place if he would have gotten a plane. Gene Autry, the singing cowboy. You had him, Roy Rogers, popular cowboys, sang in movies. Popular and influential singing cowboy helped bring country music to the national audience through his Gene Autry television show in '93 film appearance, signature song, Back in the Saddle Again. Loretta Lynn, with songs that focused on blue-collar women issues. This coal miner's daughter charted 16 number one hits. Johnny Cash, the Man in Black. This is probably the most famous country star of all times, and he deserves it. I mean, I can't believe how many hours I listen to his music. Like I said, he used to be my favorite before I started listening to Waylon, but Johnny, I mean, his career, I mean, he did work with Elvis, so many people, it's not even funny. Great musician, everyone loved him. All right, so one of the most influential musicians of the 20th century, inducted into the Country Rock and Roll Gospel Music Hall of Fame. Hank Williams Jr. Yeah, what else is there to say? Anybody ever heard all the songs he had big hits of? His whole family, titans of the country business. Hank Williams Jr., top country performer of the late 1980s and early 90s, nearly died in a mountain climbing fall. That's why he has that beard. He has a big scar underneath it. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, she is a very generous person, as far as I've heard. Matter of fact, we went out to Dollywood, and about 3.5 hours to 4 hours away is Nashville, which she lives on the outskirts of Nashville now, but she was born in Seaverville, where Dollywood is, and that's the whole reason why we went out there, to go to Dollywood, take a trip out there. But definitely a good person, very generous woman. Pioneer. She did Whitney Houston's song that she got big off of, I'll Always Love You. This queen of country music is one of the best-selling artists of all time with an estimated 100 million album sales. Willie Nelson. All right, so what's to say about Willie? He came from Texas, went to Nashville. He was a ghostwriter, became big. He never forgot about people, always helped people out, even when people had hard times. Another just generous man. And, I wouldn't have this card deck if it wasn't for me going to his museum in Nashville. It's right across from the Grand Ole Opry, right next to Cooter's museum. All right, Glenn Campbell, the Rhinestone Cowboy. Well, David Allan Coe says he's the original Rhinestone Cowboy. You don't care what Glenn Campbell has to say. But after winning 4 Grammy Awards in 1967, the Rhinestone Cowboy was named the 1960 Country Music Association Entertainer of the Year. You got Tammy Wynette, the First Lady of Country Music. I guess you can say the Queen. Had 23 number one songs, including her best known Stand By Your Man. Everybody knows that song. Conway Twitty, another guy I grew up in the household my dad listened to, held the record for most number one singles with 40 Billboard country chart toppers, best known for his biggest hit, Hello Darling. Charlie Daniels, best known for the number one hit, The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Daniels was included into the Grand Ole Opry in 2008, which I heard before he got saved, so that's a good thing. Chet Atkins, creator of Nashville Sound, Mr. Guitar, received 14 Grammy Awards, including one for Lifetime Achievement. I've heard the name, don't know much about him. But that's pretty much the deck. Now, I do think there should have been others in the deck over some other people. But like I said, maybe they just had bigger hits. I doubt it. I think definitely Chris Christopherson should have been in it. Doug Kershaw and David Allan Coe. But overall, this is the deck. I do like it overall. Very cool. I'm sure you could probably get it online. You don't have to drive to Nashville. But yeah, in the future, if you like cool architecture videos, check me out. I play a game called Arc. I do architecture. If you want to see any of my DVD collection by genre, let me know. It's probably way too big to do it outside of genre. I'd be doing it for hours. But thanks for watching. If you like, sub. I will be coming with stuff similar to this in the future. God bless. Thanks for watching. Hit a like. And thanks for watching.